I was waiting for the bus with my friend Sarah when suddenly she gasped. "Look!" she whispered, eyes wide with surprise. "There's someone sitting right beside me." I looked over at the man she was pointing to and raised an eyebrow. He was tall and well-built, dressed in a black suit that looked expensive. His dark hair was slicked back and his face was handsome, if a bit severe. There was something about him that seemed vaguely familiar, but I couldn't place it. "Do you know him?" I asked Sarah, who shook her head. "No," she said, "but he keeps staring at me." I followed her gaze and saw that the man was indeed looking at her, his eyes never leaving her face. It was creepy. And when the bus arrived and Sarah got up to sit beside the window, the man stood up as well. "What the hell?" Sarah hissed, shooting me a panicked look before stepping onto the bus. As soon as the door slid shut, she turned to me, her face pale. "Do you think he's following us?" she asked, her voice trembling. I shrugged, trying to reassure her. "Probably not. You're just being paranoid." The ride was uncomfortable, to say the least. Every time I looked over at the man, he was staring at me. I tried to ignore him and focus on my phone, but it was hard not to feel his intense gaze boring into me. Finally, we reached my stop and I got off, relieved to escape the creepy man. But as I walked away, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. I quickened my pace, half expecting to turn around and see the man running after me. But when I glanced over my shoulder, I saw nothing but the back of a woman in a white dress. I made it home without seeing the man again, which I suppose is lucky. But the whole experience left me shaken. I couldn't help but wonder who he was and why he had been following us. Had Sarah done something to upset him? Was he a stalker, or worse, a kidnapper? My mind raced with all kinds of horrible scenarios. Days went by, and I tried to put the incident out of my mind. But then I started seeing the same man everywhere. At first, it was just a fleeting glimpse of black hair here, a shadow that looked like him there. But as the weeks passed, the sightings became more frequent and more intense. I told Sarah about it, but she didn't believe me. "You're imagining things," she said, rolling her eyes. "There's no way that man has been following you for weeks. You just haven't gotten over your little bus scare." But I knew what I had seen. The question was, what did it mean? Was this really a case of mistaken identity? Had the man simply boarded the bus by coincidence and happened to sit beside Sarah? Or was there something more sinister going on? Was he really stalking me? And if so, why? One evening, I was coming home from work when I saw the man across the street. This time, I didn't hesitate. I crossed the street and approached him, my heart pounding in my chest. "Can I help you?" he asked, his voice deep and resonant. I took a deep breath and blurted out, "Are you following me?" His eyebrows shot up in surprise and he shook his head. "No! I'm sorry! I don't know what you're talking about." I hesitated, not sure what to do next. But then I thought, why not push it a bit? So I pressed him further, asking him if he really wasn't following me. And if he wasn't, why did he keep showing up in places I frequented? To my surprise, he actually laughed. A low, rich chuckle that sent shivers down my spine. "I've been following you because I couldn't stop thinking about you," he said, his eyes boring into mine. "From the moment I saw you on that bus, I knew I had to find you again." My mind reeled at his words. Could this be the creep from the bus? Was he actually stalking me? If he had been following me for weeks, then why did he wait so long to reveal himself? Before I could ask him any more questions. Though, he did something that left me speechless. He reached out and gently brushed a strand of hair away from my face. The contact was electric and sent shivers down my spine. "I'm sorry if I scared you," he said, his voice low and husky. "I didn't mean to, but I couldn't resist coming to see you." I stared at him, my heart pounding in my chest. Was this really happening? Was I being stalked by a handsome stranger who only revealed himself after weeks of pursuing me? And if you like this kind of content, please follow for more updates.